Good morning, folks. It's 10 o'clock, Thursday morning. I think that makes it the 7th of November 2019. We're here in the side entrance. I'll tell you the name of the side road in a moment. With Tuam Street, or Harrow. I think it's called Tuam at this point, changes its name to Harrow. This is the old historic pump house, 100 plus years old or whatever. And you see we've got these lovely two big Canary Island date palms here, which come from obviously off the coast of Africa, which are, you know, whether they're exactly 100 years old or whatever, but there we go. And this building now, it's used by a salvage and a recycling type centre, and they do demolition and salvage and recycled materials. And we're going to go for a walk, so we're standing on the side road. It's that commercial building there. I've got no idea what that building is, and this is Tuam Street just up here. So we're just going to walk slowly here. They've recently had a bit of a change around, and there was a big overhanging, overgrown, bushy hedge thing of some kind here, which is now gone. So that's been pruned off, and see that plant's been left, but it's been heavily pruned. And it used to all be overhanging here, overhanging the footpath, and coming out through the grills. And the grills might have been added more recently. Yeah. Anyway, we got these Trachycarpus farms, the Chinese windmill palm, Trachycarpus fortunei, and I'm just continuing to walk in a generally slightly northward direction. Now these used to be in a sort of a ring around that canary palm there. So they've been clearly dug up, and you need like a bobcat or something, you know, a fairly substantial power equipment. They've looked to have done a really good job of planting these actually, because normally when you're transplanting a big palm, you're going to need to brace it with guy wires or put some temporary wooden bracing in. And I think they obviously dug a big hole using their bobcat or whatever. Being a demolition and recycling company, they clearly got plenty of power equipment. But as you can see, they were good size. These, what's that, 4 or 5 metres? About 4 metres of trunk. And then the crown of leaves at the top, which is the way that these Chinese windmill palms, Trachycarpus fortunei, grow. Obviously they look, the trunk eventually gets to about 10 metres high, and they do look quite remarkable, quite stunning. Yeah, they're one of the uglier palms, but they can tolerate -18 and frost, so they're really good for, we're here in Christchurch, 43 degrees south latitude, so you know, we do get occasional snows. Now, that has got flowers, and I can't tell looking at them whether they're male flowers or female flowers. The Trachycarpus fortunei is one of those palms that actually has separate flowers on separate trees, so you need to have a female tree with a male somewhere to cross-pollinate it to get seeds. And I don't know, just looking at it, if they're male or female. I've got a much smaller one of these in the ground at home, and the flowers are on longer stems. I don't know if that tends to mean that the longest, as far as I know, mine is a male, because it's flowered for several years in a row and I've never had any seeds off it. Some sources say that the colour of the flower is a tiny bit different between the male and the female, but it's only a subtle difference anyway. So yeah, it is behind a fence on private property, so but if they do tend to be any female ones, I might have to just come along the footpath and have a look, see if the seeds, they look like little black peas. Here we go. And I'm not sure if it's getting a lot of good detail there, but and get some of those flower stems there. I'll come around the other side. Yeah, Trachycarpus fortunei may not be the prettiest palm, but You know, mate, if you can tolerate negative 18 degrees of frost, and here in Christchurch, mate, if you can take 3 or 4 degrees of frost, yeah, in this suburb of Christchurch, you know, inland, you go further inland, you get harsher frosts. But I think I read somewhere that Christchurch gets on average about 60 frosts a year, because Auckland gets on average 6, so it's quite a difference there. And we've got a couple of smaller ones up here, not quite as tall. So I don't know how old they are, but they just haven't got as big a taller trunk on them yet. They still look to be very healthy. And I'll keep walking around. I think that's looking back that way. So that's the biggest, the 2 big canary palms there. That, by the look of it, could be Matheson's Road. Just looking westwards down Chewham Street there. And as we turn back this way, see another short one, but it's really got good flowering happening there. And here's the entry. Look, I'll keep the video going because their other entry is just up the road here. Yeah, this is. I'm not sure when it changes its name from Chewham Street to Harrow Street. I think it's up at the next intersection. So we're heading generally eastwards. Past our MED substation, Municipal Electricity Department. That was before the government corporatised it and divided them up. And here we go, Christchurch Drainage Board. So, to a pump house. Yeah, so historic building, drainage and whatever. Alright folks, that was all. We'll catch you all later. And it's spitting on me. But is it irrigation or is it raining? Alright, cheerio folks.